What's good, people? I'm back. I landed back last night from Gamescom, and it was an experience. It was definitely an experience, but that is for the vlog. I've just posted a vlog. I cannot speak. I've just posted a vlog just a few hours ago. Go check it out. It tells you my last day experience of Gamescom and my little synopsis at the end, and it shows you stuff that I've seen, XYZ. But this video is not about that. This video is about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Dragon Pearl of Destruction. I think that's the name, long name. But it's about the He-Man beat 'em up. So I got to play the He-Man beat 'em up at the limited run stand. It was literally mixed in with the 8-bit dough stand. So they had two stations to play the new He-Man beat 'em up. Now, I really wanted to get footage of me playing this game. But where the stand was, it was so awkward to prop the camera up and have it showing the screen. I just didn't bother in the end. I just thought, you know what, there's no point in trying. Forget that, let's just get some footage from other people playing the game. It may not be the greatest footage because they're probably just new to the game like I am, but maybe new to beat 'em ups in general. So take that with a pinch of salt. Now, let me give it my thoughts, right? First of all, visually, it is absolutely brilliant. When I talk about the pixel art standard, this definitely goes past the pixel art standard, in my opinion. The characters look good. In the demo, it's He-Man and Teela, and then you go through the stage and play a boss fight and the demo ends. Backgrounds look cool. They look really nice and detailed. I think that this pixel art style should be the standard of clarity because everything looks clear. Everything looks like a modern pixel art game. They did a brilliant job at the visuals. Now, let's get to the important part. The gameplay, it has potential. Let me tell you what I mean by that. It feels like an old traditional beat 'em up, but it has some movesets and mechanics that would make it a more modern type of beat 'em up if the game allowed you to do it. When it comes to combat, obviously you've got your basic auto combo on square, and you've got your heavy attack, which is on triangle. Now, your heavy attack doesn't have its own combo. I think it should have. And your heavy attack doesn't feel like it links with your light attacks. It doesn't actually feel like it links. It combos in some ways, but it doesn't feel like it truly links. So He-Man's heavy attack, he does some slash up and it launches the enemy into the air. That's his heavy attack. I didn't actually play Teela, to be honest. I just stuck with He-Man because limited amount of time. There's a lot of people waiting. It hasn't got a massive queue, but there's a lot of people coming over and wanting to see and wanting to try this game. So you don't really get that much time on it, to be honest. But back to what I'm talking about. They have a heavy attack and they have an auto combo attack. Cool. You also have, is it 4 special attacks, right? I think everyone's got 4 special attacks. And to perform them, it's a sequence of buttons pressed together. Let's say triangle and circle will perform one. Triangle and square will perform one. Square and X will perform one. And I think square and X and circle will perform one. So I think it's 4 specials in total. Like there's one where he throws his sword. There's another one where he does a slight back attack. There's one where he charges his sword, He-Man, lifts it up and throws a big massive beam. Then there's a big massive AoE attack in that as well. I didn't actually get to see if any of those took your health. Not too sure. I'm not too sure if there's any constraints on doing these special moves in this demo build. I'm not actually too sure. I don't think there is. I don't think none of the special moves take your health or take any type of meter. Actually, no, that's a lie. There is a meter bar of orbs underneath your health bar in this game. I think certain special attacks take those orbs away, but don't quote me on that because it was hard to pay attention at all of these things going on at the expo. The combat has potential. You can tell that they've gone to do the whole old school beat 'em up route. In my humble opinion, it could be a lot better. I feel that you've got the moveset to make this game a lot more fun than it already is. Don't get me wrong, it is fun, but it's kind of punch knockdown. And like me, I've been complaining about punch knockdown in beat 'em ups for a while. I think that we need to move on from that. I think we need to give the player more things to do. I think we need to give the player more expression in beat 'em up combat. This game kind of falls short on that, if I'm being honest. I don't think there's any juggling. No, that's a lie. There is slight juggles, yeah, slight juggles, but then the enemy dies, the weight kicks in, he drops, that's it. I do feel that juggling after death and continuing combo after death should be a normal thing now. It shouldn't be in certain beat 'em ups. It should be a normal thing. This game doesn't have that. Once the enemy dies, he drops, he dies, that's it. I feel that they should have allowed you to continue a juggle and combos after death, so you could probably build a certain amount of meter and maybe add certain scaling. Special moves don't really link with the basic auto combo. It's like he's got a whole massive animation, slows down the pace of the game. The game is not slow, don't get me wrong, it's not a slow game. It runs quite fluidly, but there are just some parts of it that just slow down gameplay a bit too much, in my opinion. I feel that he's got the tools. The usage of the tools hasn't been implemented very well, in my opinion, in this game. I want to do these specials linked up into combos. These things that I'm saying, in my opinion, maybe some elitist opinion will be different. Oh my god, Face, we want combo juggler. In my opinion, you do kind of want combo juggler. Why would you not want to do stuff? Why do you want so many constraints? Obviously, you've got to balance AI around it. Oh, that's another thing. The AI in this game, it didn't feel overly challenging. Like, maybe it's just part of the demo build. They just want people to try it and just to play the game but not have to go through any crazy, I've got to learn this, learn that. But AI weren't really doing much. They weren't really trying to kill me. So I think that needs a bit of an improvement. But back to what I'm saying about the combat. You have the tools, you have the moveset, you have the moves, but the implementation is not there. I need to be able to use these moves within certain combinations, or use these moves quickly. He man's got a whole mad animation. He's got to go lift up the sword. I know that is his thing, but he lift up the sword. We don't need all that. Let me get to the point and keep it flowing, if you get what I'm saying. I feel that they need to break down the barriers a bit, break down the wall a bit. Let me be able to do more. Let me be able to experience this fluidly. All of these stop and animation happens and things like that. It just slows down gameplay. All of the punch knockdown. I'm an advocate of let's move on from punch knockdown, right? I am an advocate for juggling after death. I am an advocate for combat expression. This game just didn't have it yet, but it has the tools for it. And that is what is bugging me about it, if I'm being honest. The demo itself is cool. The level is quite decent still. They added some He-Man lore stuff into that as well. And it's quite cool, to be fair, overall, as a demo. I just feel the combat could be a lot better. Now, we're gonna have people in the comment section saying, "Oh, Face, you just won Streets of Rage 4! Oh my god!" No, that is not it. I'm just gonna cut you off straight away. That is not it. I want combat expression. I want to be able to do more in beat 'em up so beat 'em ups can move forward. That is what I want, right? Just to cut those out of the way. Overall, decent though. Overall, promising game. I just feel that loosen up the combat a bit, allow me to do more. Juggling after death would be very nice, and break down the barriers, simple as. But definitely looking forward to this game. 100% looking forward to this game. Gonna be definitely playing it on the channel and going through it on this channel. So if you want to see that type of content, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, hit the bell, get notification and all that. MPZ gang, we in the building. My name is Face. That was my thoughts on He-Man, and I'm signing out. Peace.